The BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestra begins its 2012-13 season in peak artistic health. It opens the season with a spectacular project. Celebrating the bicentenary of Richard Wagner, the BBC SSO and its chief conductor Donald Runnicles present Tristan and Isolde.
Exploring this music with the BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestra, I hope, affords them the chance to understand more where all the great symphonic music from Richard Strauss to Gustav Mahler, where all of this came from. All of a sudden, there was this marriage of music and words and drama, which created this incredible, visceral world, both musically but also artistically, dramatically.
Throughout the season, the orchestra welcomes back a number of distinguished artists with whom it enjoys a close working relationship. These include Canadian pianist Angela Hewitt, Russian pianist Denis Kazukin, who caused a sensation with his Prokofiev Concerto cycle, and headlining a special focus on music from Poland, Scottish virtuoso Nicola Benedetti.
The Szymanowski First Violin Concerto, I think, is really one of the greatest violin concertos. Its use of the instrument is very unique. It's a piece, in a way, I think I've really grown with and been performing as much as I possibly can, because it is a piece that not everybody knows. And I think I'm really proud to feel that I've introduced it in some way to some audiences, especially in Scotland, with it being my repertoire for the Young Musician of the Year. So I'm really excited to be performing it this year in Scotland again.
In another major strand of programming, the orchestra delves headlong into the rhythms of dance, featuring music from composers as diverse as Johann Strauss, Bartók, Bernstein and Beethoven in his 7th Symphony.
Wagner described that piece as the apotheosis of dance, as we all know, and that made me think about, can we find other works that create that context of dance music? So we decided to include, as one of the overtures, Karl Maria von Weber, Aufforderung zum Tanz, the invitation to dance, and another piece which is incredibly dear to me, which is the Fledermaus overture by Strauss. So there's going to be a lot of rhythm and dance and folkloristic implications be going on in that concert.
When Stravinsky's The Rite of Spring was premiered in Paris in May 1913, it was a shattering moment in musical history. The BBC SSO's Artists in Association, Matthias Pintscher, brings a composer's insight to this centenary performance and also directs his own creative response to this turning point in musical history.
It is definitely one of the most striking works of the 20th century, and willingly or not willingly, it has influenced all of us who have put notes on paper since. If I would have the possibility to travel in time, I would love to be myself back to the year 1913 in Paris at the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées and witness the famous riots that actually occurred and made Diaghilev so happy. A big scandal, an unbelievable success, and what a significant score.
The orchestra's associate guest conductor, Andrew Manze, continued his journey through all of Vaughan Williams' symphonies, conducting symphonies number 3 and number 9.
However well you know Vaughan Williams' music, you're still going to be surprised by his 9th Symphony. I think he's an old man. He probably never dreamt he'd be reaching number 9, and so he's really, he's off the leash. He's just experimenting and reveling in the fact that he's still wonderfully creative, and he's writing original stuff, even as an elderly man. It's a very exciting piece.
In addition to the Vaughan Williams cycle, Andrew Manze also begins the complete cycle of Beethoven's piano concertos, each performance featuring the Scottish virtuoso Stephen Osborne.
I'm so looking forward to working with Stephen Osborne. I met him, he's a charming guy, and of course I'm a great fan. I've heard his recordings, and then I had the great honour, he came to me after a concert where I'd conducted a Beethoven symphony and said, "Oh, I'd love to do some Beethoven with you." And I just thought, I can't believe he's saying this to me, because I would be saying exactly the same to him. So I'm really looking forward to this.
The BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestra presents concerts at its home in Glasgow City Halls, in Aberdeen, Edinburgh and Perth, as well as regular performances in Ayr and Inverness, and it remains a core part of the BBC Proms. Its performances are recorded for broadcast on BBC Radio 3, Radio Scotland, on television and online.
This orchestra is as versatile and as flexible and as interested as any musical ensemble I've worked with. And there is a feeling after 3 years we are digging deeper and deeper into the relationship that we already have. There's so much that we've covered, but there's so much left to cover.